units, level 4 mobilization. Location, Fisk Tower.
Fisk?
SWAT is 1084 at Fisk Tower. All units stand by. Warrant is en route.
Alright guys, and welcome to Marvel's Spider-Man, the amazing PS4 game that came out last year, 2018, I believe. I played it in 2019. But yeah, this game was awesome. Yeah, 2018. I remember about my dad a physical copy, which he never used. But yeah, released by Insomniac Games. You saw same guys who made Spyro and Ratchet and Clank. Really good game studio.
Come on, Yuri. I've been waiting 8
Yuri
years.
Watanabe.
You really want to help? Head to Times Square. Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my backup from reaching the scene.
You got it. Almost there.
So, yeah, I'll be talking over some of the voice acting. I'll try not to overpower it too much, but welcome to another episode of What the Fuck Wednesdays. Forgot to mention that as we go on. Our fourth? Fourth. Yeah, that's right. Fourth episode. Yeah, the movement in this game is really awesome, as I'm kind of showing off here, you know, running up walls, and this is probably one of the most fun games I've played that's just fun to move around in. They really did a phenomenal job on the web swinging and the control and the speed, and that's probably the number one thing, is that when you swing through, the controls make you feel in control. You really feel like you can direct exactly where Spider-Man's going, especially when you get good at it. It is a fantastic engine that they've created, and you know, New York City looking really awesome and comic book inspired and stuff. I'm sure most people have probably seen this game at some point by now, but as you're about to see here, this dramatic shootout scene, it's very similar to an Arkham game. That same style. Just watch these guys. We need backup. We drove these cars up here and then immediately got out of them. These guys are shooting at us with no cover. Why didn't we shoot back? Police armed with only pistols. That's not how it is today. Let me tell you. Police, almost all of them have either at least shotguns, but usually machine guns in their cars. Who drove that? Who was like, send in the hammer? I'm gonna drive my truck directly into a wall. Did you see anybody get out? What was that? This guy's on a suicide mission.
Get it. Morning, guys. Who's ready for their hot, fresh cup of bodily harm?
And yeah, Spider-Man's back with his amazing quibs and whatnot, as we've seen in the animated TV show. I kind of feel like this version is not quite the Far From Home version or the current Marvel version. I think it might be, but it's not the same voice actor, and I feel like it draws equal parts inspiration from the Marvel movies and the 1990s animated TV show. At least that's how it seems to me.
Get behind him.
I love that web mechanic that right there, where you web them up and then whatever you hit them against, it'll you know, if they're out of health and you web them up and you hit them on the floor or against the wall, they'll just stick to it. That's really slick. I love that little bit of detail there. But yeah, as I was saying before we saw that scene. This game is, as you can see through the combat, very similar to an Arkham game or Shadow of War or Mordor, where you know, you've got a lot of enemies around you. It's all kind of timing and rhythm based, and you know, you have the prompt that tells you when to dodge and attack and all that stuff. But very engaging. The thing I'd say about this game is the game doesn't do a whole lot of new stuff, really, in terms of open world action games like this. But what it does do is incredibly well polished. It is, in a lot of ways, it's a triumph of using both the PS4's hardware and the movement engine to really get a very smooth, great feeling game to play. I think between this game and Arkham City / Arkham Knight, in terms of the open world, you know, style that Batman kind of pioneered with the Arkham Asylum game, this one is, I think I had the most amount of fun with this one. And I actually like the story quite a bit. Now, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, which, you know, most people at this point have seen it. A good example of it here right now, actually.
I'm gonna go,
Do your thing.
Yes!
He's the day, Willie.
Yeah!
Heads up. Hey, where you going?
I love this opening too. It's so, you know, it really drives the action. You're right in the middle of it. It makes the game really awesome. Great way to engage the player right from the jump. But anyway, like I was saying, the story in this game is actually not bad. Even though I wouldn't say it's not exactly like full of a lot of twists and whatnot. It's very engaging. It's good. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the next game in the series. It definitely is helped by the somewhat well done, I mean, I would say very well done voice acting by most of the main cast members, including the villains. For those who don't know, for Spider-Man's lines, they recorded 2 sets of lines for all of them. One set is if you're walking normally, he says his lines one way, and then another set is if you are swinging, they'll put a slight emphasis on the lines, like he's like, you know, he's talking to MJ or somebody else, you know, like he's like, yeah, I'm just going through right now. That might be a little bit more than slight, but it's an example of the attention to detail they paid, where, you know, if he's swinging, he sounds like he's swinging when he's on the phone. If he's walking or if he's just sitting on a building or something like that, he sounds like that. It's a really quite impressive attention to detail that allows the game to kind of stand out from other games that have attempted to utilize that same formula. Spider-Man. This is my favorite one for sure since the original PlayStation title. I missed the PS2 Spider-Man 2 that everybody pretty much compared it to. For whatever reason, I just missed that game. I played a lot of the other Spider-Man games, including like the cel-shaded one, which was okay. But the combination of voice acting and all the story and all that stuff in this game, I think is about on par with that Spider-Man PS1 version. The one that had Stan Lee doing all the narration. Man, that was awesome.
Hoping nobody turns on the elevators.
That one was directly inspired by the animated series, like totally, like 100%.
And he's hitting us with everything he's got.
But yeah, this one is it's a really good game. Okay, so if you haven't played it, the only thing is it's only for PlayStation. So if you don't have a PS4, no dice. I wish it wasn't that way, but you know, Halo's only for the Xbox, so yeah, I'm not saying this is Halo. I'm just saying that you know, it's just a PS4 exclusive.
I just wanted to make sure we're still on for dinner tomorrow night.
Totally. Listen, I gotta go.
Well, okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Pause, let the dialogue do its thing.
That's my cue.
I don't know if I do a fantastic job of showing it off in this video, but the combination of movement in this game. Also something that they really got kind of right, where he really feels like Spidey, you know, as he's dancing around and stuff. Something else I should point out is a little attention to detail is you fight on a lot of rooftops in this game. So if you knock somebody off of a rooftop, you'll see like it's almost like he's attached some kind of like spider web thing to him. They'll get pulled into a web, so you know Spider-Man doesn't kill anybody. Oh yeah! Freaking finishers.
On to the next one. Regret your life choices yet?
Gosh.
Let him win. Keep him on the ground.
Yeah, I love that get behind and like scissor kick to the back. That's probably the only thing about most of these games is the moveset can get repetitive after a while. But, you know, I'm saying that after probably having put in maybe 100 hours of this game, maybe a little less. It's not that long of a game, but I pretty much got everything. It's one of the few games where I got the Platinum Trophy in, and I would have 100% except that they added a new thing where you play it on New Game Plus. So,
My own private vengeance.
at some point I'll go through it again.
Fisk may be a dirty criminal, but he has remarkable.
They also have a little bit of DLC out for it. Pretty,
Can't make it delete any faster.
yeah, takedown. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention?
You're so cute.
They have a lot of suits. They have Spider-Man's had a ton of suits over the course of the games, and I think most of the games feature it, but dude, he's got a lot of suits. There's only one suit that's not in the game that I think is kind of set up obvious bait for a sequel, is it doesn't have the Venom suit. They've got almost every other suit you can think of, but they don't have the Venom suit, and I'm like, oh man, you know that they're, or the Carnage suit obviously, but you know they're just setting up for the sequel that eventually is going to come out, which I hope is soon, which I hope is now. Oh man, can you imagine the spine-crushing damage that would do to you if you got flipped over like that and just crushed to the floor? Oh my god.
Aw, you guys forgot the latest kernel patch.
Hiding so cowardly. Even for you.
Says the guy frantically erasing his search history.
After all these years, you're still just an ignorant child.
True, but that's part of my charm, isn't it?
Damn you. Get that door down now!
Wilson Fisk showing off the muscles.
Get past him. Destroy everything.
I always thought it was interesting that Daredevil,
Look around.
the
I did this.
character,
What have you
Kingpin is his main enemy, but he's also one of Spider-Man's main enemies.
I took down a pompous, overstuffed crime lord before breakfast.
Why won't you? Without me, the scum I kept in check will run rampant, and it'll be your fault.
It's a long, tough road, Fisk. Almost sad to see it end.
Give break.
We'll get ready for the main event.
Ah.
Yuri, an explosion just...
I saw it. Fisk could have the whole place wired. I'm sending in a bomb unit.
I'll make sure no one gets in their way.
Ooh. A fire signature to the dome. Ooh. Yeah, now we got the web thing up. Finally. That's an example of what it was. Like if you get somebody on the ground, I forgot to mention, even if they don't have full health, but if you slam somebody against the wall after they're webbed up, then that'll be it for them.
It's clear. Move up. Hey guys, I guess bombs are part of Willie's getaway plan? Sounds like they're trapped.
You go after them. We'll look for the bombs.
Trapped by the left. Everyone clear out!
Perfect Spider-Man stuff. This scene right here reminds me of there's a lot of areas in the game that have criminy. There are sections in the game that kind of have, you call them like radiant quest or quest lines in like Skyrim or that kind of deal, where they're repeating style quest where you can kind of do some similar activities in different areas. It's been done before, but a lot of them, I like some of them are really small details, really make it really slick. Push it, that spider strength. That Marvel soundtrack. That was probably the other thing about this game, actually. There isn't a whole lot of variety to the main soundtrack. There's some atmospheric music here and there when they need it, but if I had to guess, I'd say this game has surprisingly few tracks. Most of the soundtracks are what you would hear in the movies, which is not a bad thing. You know, it's got the epic. But maybe, you know, if you've seen a Marvel movie, you know the soundtrack. It's like they got the same people to make this one, and it's not that much different than what you hear normally. And there's really not that much variety, but also you don't really notice it either. It's really well done, blends in nicely. Eh?
Incoming!
Easy money. Huh. You get a power later in the game where you can throw the rockets back at him, which is awesome. Doesn't kill him for whatever reason, because Spider-Man doesn't kill. You know what else I like in this game is the stealth sections. There's some stealth sections, just like Assassin's Creed or Batman. Anyway, like I said, the game does nothing particularly new. It just does it well. But I like how they did the stealth in this one. Kind of like the Arkham style takedowns, where you know it's like your predator mode and hang somebody off of something. Dodged you. Came close, but no dice, sir. It's nice that you can change your controls like midway through. Visk. Parkour. Who's seen The Office?
Okay, we all go together or we go one at a time.
Here it is, here it is. Truck to refrigerators to dumpster, 360 spin onto the palace, backflip gainer into the trash can.
Yeah, yeah.
Parkour, parkour!
Parkour!
I'm right behind you, Andy! Come on!
Yeah!
Parkour.
Settle down. I've got enough for everybody.
Now you gotta think about it. If you're bad guys, right? You know, you're under the employ of Fisk. You know, they gave you the purple shirt. You're ready to start work, and they're like, all right. First thing you might want to know is, you know, Spider-Man, right? Oh, you mean the super agile guy who can sense things before they happen? Yeah, you're gonna be fighting that guy. It's like, oh, I got you. And well, where will I be at? Oh, you'll be right outside the boss's office. It's like, okay. So you mean if he's gotten all the way to me, then does that mean he should be pretty worn down? Oh yeah, that could be it. Or he's gotten through all these guys, and you haven't even given me a gun to stop him with. Not that that matters, as you clearly see. But I mean, if you're a random thug in New York, I mean, I know New Yorkers are supposed to be tough, but you know, you gotta be kidding me here. Where's the intelligence quotient for the henchmen here? You'd be like, forget this. There's no way.
So your plan didn't work.
This isn't worth it. It's not gonna work.
Getting kicked in the face.
The dirty cops. Who could have foreseen? How those guys get there anyway? I had to do all that Spider-Man parkour to get here. Huh, running through the flames hurts.
Hey Yuri, looks like some of your guys were on Fisk's payroll. Good news is, they were Willie's last line of defense. I'm right outside his office.
Take him down, now.
With pleasure.
Heavy Asian-inspired thematics here in this particular game. They work out pretty well, actually. I think it ties into the lore of Wilson Fisk.
Writing your memoirs? Don't forget the hyphen between spider and man.
Get the chopper ready. I won't be long. I'm surprised you made it this far,
Are you, though?
but your foolishness ends now.
Classic Saturday morning cartoon villain.
You do know I can still see you, right?
8 years of this insolence.
Oh, for me? You shouldn't have.
This situation, you know, guys, I'm a technician, so I fix things, troubleshoot them for a living and whatnot. You know, I look at this complicated spinning column machine gun, and I think to myself, just who installed that?
How is this happening?
What's wrong, Willie? You seem angry.
I will destroy you!
I will do what the machine guns couldn't. Oh no, it didn't work. How is this possible? Oh, it worked. These big guys, they have a similar style fight. Oh no!
Tiresome annoyance!
Oh, just playing terrible. That's alright, it's alright. We're showing off the damage. That's what we're doing. What do they call that? RNG manipulation?
You'll die as uselessly as you lived!
Take your best shot.
Yeah! Aiming for that. Hit him in the, hit him with something. Counter!
You are everything that's wrong with this city!
I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, man! Surround it!
You know what to do. Take some punches for me.
Open wide! Don't let him get you airborne!
I love how they know. Don't let him get you airborne. Get him airborne.
Bring the fight, don't fight! He's too fast! I don't want excuses!
I don't want excuses. Guy, he's too fast. He's fucking Spider-Man. He's been doing this 8 years.
No! I claim this! Where are the reinforcements?
Okay, this part I really like a lot. Bow! Bow. That's actually not what I was talking about. It's the AI here. I like this. I like this part a lot. So pay attention to the guy in the back here. He's running around. He's running around. Okay, he sees me. He's not shooting at me yet though. So hit, hit, hit. And then he waits. The AI kind of waits for me to get further away from Fisk before it shoots. Because, you know, obviously you wouldn't want to shoot your own guys. And, you know, in the game that wouldn't make as much sense. So I really like that. That's a purpose-done little, little trick right there. Not trick, but, you know. Batman! He had a chance to do the Bane thing, but he didn't. Ha! Ha!
So, should we kiss now? Yeah,
Nice little line from the movie, little callback. Well, anyway, guys, that is the opening sequence to Spider-Man for the Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4. Great game, great little experience
off the
there.
Rikers,
So I
huh?
hope you enjoyed
Well, I think
that,
we've got
and
more
we will
enemies
catch
in
you
there than
on
I
the
do.
next What the Fuck Wednesdays.
More than a
I think it's gonna be some
inconvenience.
Kung
Gotta go.
Fury.
Hey, good luck, Willie. I have a feeling
Anyway,
you're gonna
guys,
need it.
hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time. See you guys.
You kept order in this city! 1 month! In 1 month you'll wish you had me back!